We are basically done with implementing sign-in. There's just one tiny bug that I want you to fix. When our app first starts and no one's signed in yet, we're sent to the sign-in screen created by Firebase UI. You can see that right here. When you press the back button from this screen, it just opens up Firebase UI's sign-in activity again. That's fairly annoying. How do I get out of the app? Unfortunately, it's also the expected way that our code works right now. The code's auth state listener will always pop this up. When you press the back button, you're trying to go back to the main activity, but the main activity automatically triggers this login flow to appear if you're not signed in, creating an infinite loop of sorts. Now the app should just let us exit if we press the back button. So let's figure out how to do that. Let's go back to the Firebase UI diagram, which shows the sign-in flow. We start the Firebase UI flow from within a start activity for result call. The result will come back in to the onActivity result method. The result code will also be returned with it to indicate whether a sign-in happened successfully. Firebase UI uses the standard result OK and result cancelled result codes. Result OK means that the sign-in process completed successfully, and result cancelled means that the sign-in process wasn't completed successfully, like when the back button is pressed. In our app, we attach the auth state listener in onResume. What's helpful about this is that onActivity result gets called before onResume. So you can see what was returned in onActivity result before all that auth state listener stuff happens that causes that endless loop with the login flow appearing. And if you see that in fact the sign-in was cancelled, you can just exit the app. Okay, let's add that to the code. In the main activity, right below my onCreate method, I am going to override onActivity result. Now I get to use that RC sign-in constant that I made before. So what I could do is see if the request code is equal to RC sign-in. This means that if the activity that's being returned from was our login flow, we'll execute this code. Then I can see whether the result was okay or not by checking the result code. If the user signed in, I'll go ahead and show a toast. Otherwise, if the user canceled the request, in which case the result code will be result canceled, I'll make another toast, which shows the canceled result, which says sign in canceled, and I'll finish the activity. Let's build this and run it. Okay, and now the moment of truth, let's try pressing the back button, and it exits friendly chat. And when we do want to sign in, I'm signed into the chat, and I can start typing messages as myself.